Hi, Melvin and Gatica. My name is Simon, and I'm very excited to be applying for the second edition of the Bachata Influence Academy. So I guess the both of you probably have seen me a little bit here and there at the last year's London Central Days, the Influence edition. I love your workshops, and even more, I love the dances with you, Gatica. It was amazing. But actually, even more, thank you so much for the both of you for weaving art into motion. An expression so alive, so radiant, it touches my soul, the people's souls, everyone's soul. And this is the reason why I wanted to apply. I want to create art in such a beautiful way with my own interpretation of the music, the song, with the help and support from the best of the best. Interesting that I say this now because me getting into dancing is quite unexpected because I actually feared dancing. I just feel like I'm just not talented enough to dance, or people might think I'm look like a crazy homeless person when I'm dancing, like I'm on all sorts of like substance or whatever. I don't take them. I'm completely clean, just for the record. But that has been my fear throughout my life. And one day, a friend just sort of recommended a class for me to join. I was quite reluctant, but she persuaded me, so I joined. And I remember joining the first class. It was a big, big class. Everyone there was 100 times, 1,000 times better than me. I remember my heart was beating so fast, my head froze, and my hands was like sweating like a waterfall. But after going for a few more classes, I find myself falling in love with dance. And long story short, um, well, when I saw both of your demos online, I was like, who is this? Who is this couple? They're so captivating. I remember finding myself falling in love with bachata and dancing even more. And I thought that was it. But when I came across both of your beautiful demos online, I found myself loving bachata and dancing in general even more. And I thought that was it. But then one day, I came across your beautiful demo online, and I was more captivated and love it even more. And there was one move, one famous move. It's a hip and head roll move. I remember seeing it, I was like, wow, I must learn that. And I gave myself a deadline to learn it um, before London Central Days. And after 1 or 2 months of trying very hard without any dance partner and no one teaching bachata influence in London, I cracked the code and I was able to lead the move. And I was so happy because I was able to self learn something. But more importantly, actually, it became a journey of self discovery and expression. With this influence style, I was able to express myself inside the dance, inside the music, based on what the song is and what I want to express. And I guess partially is because I don't usually express myself a lot in real life, but I find myself being able to do it confidently in in dancing. And every time when I see the both of you beautiful dance couple, I can't help but to feel inspired. It's like you spark something in me that pushes me to grow one more, both as a person and as a dancer, every single day. First, as I work hard. So, as I've said before, I learned a lot of the influence move without a dance partner, without a teacher. And I usually experiment in them in social safely and with light leading, of course. And to add on top of that, I know the influence style derive a lot from hip hop, so I've also started classes in hip hop so I can get a feel in my body of how hip hop should be. and incorporate in my influence style. I know like other styles like kizomba, salsa, and so on, so also the influence, but I want to start from one of the core basic basically. And I'm looking to develop further in these areas over the next 6 months before the academy, so I can bring my best self and get more out of the academy. Second is feeling the emotion. Like for me, patterns, they may look nice, but if there's no, if it doesn't match the music, or if it doesn't make me or my partner feel anything, then it's sort of meaningless to me. It doesn't make sense, and I probably would stop dancing if there's no emotions involved. So finally, it's a social proof. So a lot of the dancers, like general dancers, reputable dancers slash teachers in the dance scene, they have commented on my musicality over the past few months on how I was able to be so on point with the music and being quite creative in how I express it. And yeah, I hope you will see some of that in the videos that I submit later. With this, a lot of the followers have commented about how light I lead influence move, because some people they lead influence move but quite roughly, which may be unavoidable because of how dynamic it is, but they were surprised on how light I lead them. And I remember speaking with Melvin for the first time, I was asking, how did you lead those moves lightly but looking so sharp? I remember one of the things was to lead it with breath, which I lead a lot. Like for example, don't know what's that called, but you sort of pull the follower, lead the follower back, and then both of you do the head roll. I think that was just amazing, and it can look quite sudden, but with the breathing, it actually makes so much difference. And I gotten a lot of this comments where they felt the light lead and they feel so comfortable with my lead. And it's not just from the general dancers, it's from some teachers. And actually just yesterday I danced with someone, like I think she's called Ola. You probably don't know them, but she's quite a reputable teacher in the UK. But yeah, getting her positive comments was quite reassuring to how good my leading is. But obviously, I know there's so much more to learn, which is why I'm applying to this academy. All in all, I'm confident that my passion, obsession with dancing the influence style, of course, as well as my personalities and values would be an asset to the bachata influence family. Also, I'm looking to also help build the influence community in the UK, alongside the other amazing influence people, Chantel, Alicia, Louis, and Stephanie. Personally, again, being a part of the influence family would be an incredible opportunity for me to grow as a person, experience, and create the magic you guys somehow create firsthand. So yeah, thank you so much for considering my application, and I look forward to creating something truly magical together at Bachata Influence in November this year. Ciao, bye for now.